Your attitude will drift. That's not failure. That's human. The question isn't rather it will drift. It's how fast will you bring it back? I've been teaching attitude as a foundation, the soil, the willingness, the orientation, your posture before the void, the stability under pressure. But here's what I need to be honest about. Your attitude will drift. Mine does. Everyone's does. Some days you'll wake up in resistance. You'll walk into the room with the wrong orientation. You'll enter the void demanding instead of receiving. You'll feel the pressure in your posture. Your orientation will crack. That's not failure. That's the human experience. The mastery isn't in never drifting. It's in the speed of your reset. How quickly do you notice? How fast do you correct? How efficiently do you return to willingness without turning the story of drift into an inadequacy? Because here's what happens when people drift and don't have a reset practice. They shame themselves. They turn a momentary misalignment of your orientation into evidence, hard evidence that they're not ready, not worthy, not disciplined enough. And that shame creates the worst attitude ever. The architect doesn't shame the drift. The architect recognizes the drift, names it, and then resets without drama, without self-punishment, just a calm return to the appropriate posture. I'm not giving you permission to be careless with your posture or with your attitude. This is not about drifting and calling it human nature. It's about building a reset orientation that's faster than the drift so that your drift never has a chance to become your default character. You have to practice it. Remember, the mastery is not in ever drifting. It's in how fast you come back, but you got to practice that comeback. If you've ever turned drift into a story about your inadequacy, double tap your screen right now. The strongest architects aren't the ones who never lose posture. They're the ones who reset so fast that the drift never has an opportunity to reach their posture. It never reaches their foundation. The people who seem to never have a problem with maintaining their attitude aren't superhuman. They just built a reset practice. They noticed the drift without judging it. They name it without dramatizing it, and return to the willingness without making it a crisis. In my book, The Art of Self-Mastery, I walk through the exact practice of resetting your state, your internal state, without self-judgment. The practice of noticing, that's your awareness, naming it, and then returning to your orientation, to reset. It's in a chapter on emotional mastery. And it's one of the most practical exercises in my book. And it's available on Amazon. The link is in my bio. Comment reset if you're learning to return back to your orientation faster. Tag someone who's been shaming their drift instead of returning and resetting faster.